Whoa. Whoa.
Alright. So, for this first scene, I am going... Ziggies. Yeah.
Oh my god. It's all slinky. That's... What the fuck?
Crying.
I will.
Time to get YouTube.
Oh yeah, can you give me what music you're listening to?
It's not gonna be stream appropriate.
What do I have? I should have music. You know what? I would use the music that I have for my intro, but I don't like it for tense shit. It's very cute. It's not going to work for tense shit. But I will steal it. Come here. Can I have the stuff, please? I'm typing my stuff first. You know, I think in this case, this would be a bad thing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. What do you mean, oh boy? I'm fucking dead. Give me that blank state, bitch.
Would you rather me smile? I'll smile.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy.
Holy. I don't fucking know. I'm stuck between loyal and determined. Yeah, I'll do loyal. I've never done loyal before. I've done determined before. I am.
Beppis. You could leave it like that if you want. It's up to you. I know where you are.
Perfect. Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
I was gonna say Eindes, and it just came out as. That's your new name now. I've decided. If you want a reference for what I'm listening to, the type of things I'm listening to something called Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, it's a dark horror, eldritch stuff.
I'm probably gonna like try and grab something which I have. Because I know I have a bunch of copyright free shit. And I'll probably just grab whichever one I have in horror. Because I picked one out for a horror. For my horror, thing. Ooh, wait. This. Okay, okay, choose. The Cold Battle or Until the End?
Until the end.
What's the other sense? Ooh, perfect. Okay. No, I need to change the name. Otherwise it's going to be incorrect on the credits. This is not Might and Magic, this is Until the End. Come here. Oh my god, I can't find the U. I can't see. It's like right underneath my glasses.
Oh.
Okay, luckily I have type of blindness here. I can type blind. Once I find the letter that I want to start with, I know where to go. There we go. Until the end. I don't usually like having the credits and shit on the screen, but I really don't see a way to get it. Actually, no, I'll do the same thing I did with Tempest, and I had to quickly throw shit together. I'm so sorry for everything taking forever.
You're fine.
I really hope this doesn't change it on the rest of my slides. Seeing as what I'm out for. I love editing while half of my body is elsewhere.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna take my full body off.
Yeah, probably a really good idea. Give me the text.
I wasn't even originally gonna be in character. And then I was like, well, I might as well.
Okay, this isn't working. I need me to split. I thought I could grab them in the same one, but I can't. They are too big. keyboard is over this side and I'm looking this way because I'm weird. So I sound like a bitch.
Hi.
I might have to get rid of my fucking overlay stuff because I don't usually have that visible on like any other of my RP stuff.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Oh well, there we go. It's just for the session anyway. I'll play it back later. I need to check. Fuck. It did. I think you can remind me to change it back up the stream. That's what it was. Actually, you know what? I will write myself a note on... What day is it? Wednesday. Okay. I'll write myself a note for tomorrow. Let's change it. Back. Okay, cool. I'm good. I have seen them.
Suck.
Suck.
Well, is this okay? I have to confirm. I'm basing this off of the backrooms thing when she exploded.
When she exploded.
Yeah, when she exploded.
Can't believe when she exploded. Yes.
Okay.
Can't believe and this is gonna fucking explode. What is this? There's a line. There's a single line.
I don't see it.
There's a line. It's a white line.
I don't see it.
I'm really hoping that suck. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I turn down the music because it might be a bit too loud.
That's actually a good point. I should turn down mine too.
I'll turn it down to 45, should be fine. Yeah. But that's fine. Still in the background. And it looks like it's about the same level as the world audio anyway, which is another good thing. Crickets!
Crickets.
Crickets.
I'm not going to use a voice changer for this because I'm going to be swapping out of it like immediately. So.
Understandable. Hi, man. I can't believe that the first time Alzheimer's is gonna meet the man is gonna be getting rescued. Then
Okay. Is there anything else you want to know? Like, not like want, but is there any questions that you have about the whatever? Because we're gonna start with him still here.
okay, so she learned how to use the ship. He lost touch, smell, and at the end he's gonna lose sight.
No.
No? You mean he's already lost sight?
He lost
No, not smell,
touch,
taste.
sight, and he's about to lose hearing.
Okay. Okay.
So he's already lost his sight, yeah.
Okay, so he's fucking blind. Nice. Man, I can't believe he's fucking blind. Um. Did they smooth nug? Okay, you said the mask, the crown, and the coat is staying behind. Is there anything else that's staying behind? Like anything at all? Or is it just stuff he's not wearing?
It's just things that are external to him, yeah.
Okay. Man, I can't believe he's gonna be fucking naked.
He is not.
I'm in clothes.
But he's gonna disappear before you see anything.
There's nothing I can think of right now, but I may come up with questions later.
Okay.
Nice.
Great. Nice. So...
I'm stealing his fucking mask.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna go double mask.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
No.
Extra protection, double mask.
No.
It's COVID time, bitch.
What was it? Is it the crit roll that decreases or the normal dice that decrease?
When I run it as the crit roll decreases.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, many of my rules were very flexible. I kind of changed some stuff on the fly when it was like, I don't think this is going to work if I run it this way. Like, I kind of side with a bit too harsh rules.
That's how you learn.
Yeah. That's how I know that I never want to change the rules again.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Is my voice change working?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. So, I don't have a write-up for this one. For a few of them I don't have a write-up for, but I will try my best to describe how this scene is going to start. This is going to be your prep scene to start. I'm going to preface that there is nothing bad that can happen in this scene. This is your prep scene. Do what you must in this scene, because it's the only chance you're gonna get.
Okay.
So, how long has it been? You said it took you 2 to 3 days to learn how to do the ship? Or how to do,
Trying to fix his crown.
messing with his halo.
Yeah, halo.
Yeah.
You call that a crown.
So, it has been 7 days since the initial discovery. What?
I love how the timelines are fucking parallel.
No!
Yes.
It has been 7 days since the initial scare happened. By the the tower, the lighthouse. 3 of those days you spent trying to figure out what was wrong with the halo. Unfortunately, you didn't find anything. And the other 4 days were of Indus and Alzaix trying to hash out some sort of plan, trying to teach her how to work the ship, and other things of the likes. During this time, you have called upon Nyx to aid you. And at the current, she is off elsewhere, but will be arriving shortly. You are within the house that Alzaix had slept in when everything initially started going to shit. He is laying in the bed. His appearance has gone static. His halo has begun to flicker. His senses have become incredibly dulled, and his most noticeable feature, his pupils and his irises are gone. The only thing left in his eyes are the whites. Now, you will begin here. There's not much left for you to do other than to prepare. The ship is parked out by the water. And that's where we will begin.
Okay. So, Indus is gonna just kind of be sat there, just kind of like flicking through this book one more time, like the book given to her by her future self. Just one last final attempt to look through this book. Right, you can tell she's barely even reading it. Like, she's read it so many times she was fucking page to page, coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously there's nothing in there that she's...
Are you looking?
She's like, it looks like she's looking, but from how her eyes are moving, you can tell she's not actually reading it. She's just freaking the fuck out.
Alright. You finding anything in the book?
I want to say yes, but no.
It's unfortunate.
She kind of like just drops the book on a nearby table with like a thud.
His head is going to tilt in that direction, and then very quickly tilt back into the direction that he thinks Indus is in.
Actually, what is he? Is he sat on anything right now, or is he stood?
I imagine he's sat down. He's sat down on the bed, and he's leaning against, like, the wall.
She's gonna walk over to him and, like, sit on the bed. She's gonna, like, try and be as noisy as possible in her movements. Because she knows she can't. Because she knows he can't feel it. So she's gonna, like, plop down on the bed and just huff. Like, lean on him a little bit.
Unfortunately, he doesn't respond. When do you plan on... going?
Nightlight is outside waiting to guide my mother to here. She's coming with me.
So whenever she gets here then?
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame our first meeting couldn't have been on better terms.
Well, at least she'll be meeting the real you and not the less than real.
Yeah. Something like that.
What do you mean, something like that?
Well, I mean, I meant more so. She's going to meet me because she's helping you, like, go get me, and it's just not a great feeling.
Well, I think there could have been worse meetings.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's not like she hasn't heard of you, at least.
You talk about me?
I did ask her to help me make an entire island for you. I think it was sort of inevitable that I would have to talk about you.
Man, I cannot believe you told me. You didn't tell me, you told your mother about me. I'm honored. No, not at all.
I think it's a pretty big thing. You're the first friend I've ever had outside of familial relations.
Oh, hush.
Well, you know it's true.
I do. I guess we are in a same boat. The same boat.
Considering you're a lot older than me, I'm on it.
Was there anything I missed?
I don't think so. Unless you have any tips for arriving or handling or anything about actually getting there.
Other than what I told you with the system? The most difficult thing is going to be avoiding any debris in the way, but honestly, it's very rare that ever happens because it usually spits you out too close for that to matter. You will need to know when to essentially pull the brakes, though.
Okay.
I guess as soon as the clouds start to clear, wherever you go, and you begin to see land, slowly start to pull the brakes.
Okay.
It'll at least slow the ship down a little. It's a little hard to control, but it's fine. It works.
You make it look easy enough.
I've had plenty of time to practice with it. I was not a very good pilot when I was young.
How many times did you crash it?
Well, I didn't. We don't gotta talk about that part. There's a reason it's painted. Don't take the paint off.
I don't believe I was planning to, but I'll keep that in mind.
Side mission. Take the paint off.
You can help me do it.
Okay. I'm gonna help you take the paint off of my spaceship.
Don't you see the damage as memories like I do with the sky?
You're right. Let's take the paint off, Iandus. He's gonna kind of like slump into like as he's saying that, he's just gonna kind of slump further against the wall and let like his lower body just kind of slowly fall off the bed.
You're gonna give yourself a concussion if you fall. Don't.
I'm fine.
Crap.
Can't be where. Okay. We're going up now.
Yep. I'm surprised you can tell. Is it the balance thing? Or actually, you able to sense balance?
I just can't feel anything. No texture. I can't. I can assume by the sound of your voice that I'm getting closer to you.
Well, to be fair, I could have just been leaning over the side of the bed while you were falling off.
Yeah, I guess.
I wonder if I could bring some of my night lights.
What?
Well, you know that island?
Yeah.
You know how I said a bunch of owls would come, save us if something went wrong?
Yeah.
Well, at the moment they're called my little nightlights. Obviously that's a bit confusing with the nightlight. I might need to call them something else. But maybe I could try and bring them with me, so then we can kind of spread out, cover more ground, and try and find you faster?
Potentially. I mean, where you're going, I'm not sure how I would feel about a bunch of starlight birds flying around.
Well, probably a lot better than I feel about you being in their clutches for who knows how long.
They see one wrong thing and security is gonna go over the entire place.
So, no nightlights.
Probably not. At least not all of them. Maybe one or two. Just as you're having a moment, a very slight moment of silence, you can hear a very light buzz coming from the halo. And it starts to flash red.
So what does it mean when it flashes red?
Well, typically that means it's failing.
Typically? What typically happens when it fails?
It shuts down. It's only ever happened once.
And what did you do?
I had to wait for it to turn back on. My conscience is stuck in this thing.
So it's only temporarily shut down. It comes back on?
Yeah, but I don't know how long it'll take. That buzzing starts to get louder.
Mm-hmm. She just hugs onto him, wraps her tails around him as well.
Oh. Oh. He does not react.
You probably can't tell, but I'm hugging you.
I would hug you back, but I'm not entirely sure where my arms are, and I don't want to, like... He's gonna put his hand out, and just kind of very slowly, like... He's gonna bring it up and just... Am I close? Is it over your shoulder yet?
Just wait. She, like, reaches up and, like, grabs it. Like, guides it around her. There you go.
Is it...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
There
yeah,
you go.
nice. I thought your hair was a fucking hand, and I was like, who the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Your hair was shaped in a way, it was shaped so perfectly, that I thought it was a hand.
Whose fucking hand? Hi.
Yours, apparently.
God, I can't believe.
You're a hand.
Can't believe Angus has become a hand.
Yeah. He can't say anything. He's not gonna say anything.
She's gonna, like, rest her head on his shoulder. You know, the other day, when, well, many other days ago, when we went to the island,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be my attempt at, at a date.
Is that why you were asking about that stuff?
Well, I didn't lie about the other you teaching me of it. That's why I had the idea and started working on it.
I see.
They were very
I
good
wish
job.
I wasn't so blind, because it was very nice. I don't mean that as a pun, I mean that literally. I should have guessed.
I guess we're both a little oblivious to an extent.
Yeah, just a little.
Maybe when everything's fixed, you and the island alike, we can try again?
What?
Maybe we can try going back and doing another date, but not almost dying.
I can't talk to you. I can't. You come back.
What? Thanks?
Yeah.
What do you mean come back?
Well, you sound like you're standing like across the room or something.
No, I'm right here. I haven't moved. She just kind of like hugs him all tired. She knows she can't feel it, but she, yeah.
You should probably take them soon.
The suit?
This soon.
Oh.
The halo.
I'll do it before we leave.
In this moment of silence, you might begin to hear the clicking of heels against stone coming from outside the house.
Indus looks towards the door and sees Nightlight fly through a window and kind of just perch up on the windowsill looking in.
Before you know it, your mom is standing at your mom is standing at the pathway leading up to the house. Is the door open?
No, well, I mean it's closed, but it's not locked.
Okay. Then no, you don't see that. You hear a few calls out for you. No, you hear a few calls out and your name before you can hear the clicking walk past and go to the owl. And through the window you can see as she's just kind of like very gently, if Nightlight lets her, kind of like running a finger through his feathers on his head.
He is going to butt his head against her palm. He is very, very affectionate to Nyx. It's like,
More. Giving in to this owl, she just puts her full hand on top of his head and just starts rubbing the top of his head like he's a dog.
While this chaos is going on, Angus is just still hooking on to Alzex, and she looks up at him. She's like, my mom's here. My mother is here, not mom. Fuck.
There's no response.
She's gonna like look over to Nyx. Is she looking in their direction?
Yeah, at this point she's kind of like, she glances over into the window. Yeah, she sees you.
And this is just gonna do. Like, please turn around.
Okay. Nyx will raise a brow and then kind of walk in the other direction to where the wall obscures her from seeing her.
And this is going to lean into Alzex's ear and kind of just whisper that she's going to go. She's gonna go get him.
Oh. Roll a d10. Or what's the casual?
Casual, I did D5.
It's a d5.
Yeah.
Roll a d5.
Okay. 5.
Okay. He sits there. He gives a very quiet okay. He doesn't say anything else.
She's going to... Okay, she's not wearing her mask at the moment, by the way. I forgot to take it off. She's going to kind of like tilt his face towards her and like put their foreheads together. And while she's doing that, she's gonna like slowly take the halo off.
Okay. So as you take the halo off, the redness in it starts to fade. The flickering stops. Meanwhile, his body begins to dissolve. From the feet to the head.
She's gonna stay where she is, but like put the halo on while he's dissolving. She's literally gonna wait until like the last second when he's no longer there.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Once he has fully faded away, she's going to get up and take his mask and put it on. And she's also going to put her mask on top of it. Then she's going to head out to the door and kind of just poke her head out to see Nyx.
Hello. Are you okay? Nyx is going to attempt to hug her.
She's going to quickly just wrap her arms around Nyx and all of her tails follow.
Oh.
She's gonna shove her face into the fabric like...
Oh. As Her tails wrap around Nyx. Nyx's wings are also going to fold around Inda's.
Oh.
She's probably not going to say anything for a few seconds, but until she has a moment to breathe, Nyx will very, very gently, like, pull her away by her shoulders and just kind of be like, I don't know who this is, but you seem to care about them a lot.
She's just not gonna respond and just like nod slowly. You can see like from under the mask she's starting to tear up. Like you can only see it because she's facing down, so you can see down at the bottom of her eyes. She's very clearly starting to tear up. You baby.
Her wings are gonna unfold from around them. She's still kind of like holding her by her shoulders. She's just gonna kind of... Do you need a few minutes? Before we officially start getting ready.
She takes like a really, really deep breath and just like... The longer we wait, the longer he has to wait. I can take a few minutes when we're on the ship, when I'm setting things up.
Okay. Right. Well then, let's take this time to gather some supplies. What do you think you need for this?
I don't know. Usually when we get ourselves into situations like this, we kind of just have whatever we have. We don't usually have time to prepare.
That makes things a little more difficult then. But that should be fine. If we need to overpack, then we need to overpack. I don't know what we're getting into, exactly.
Aliens and time travel.
Ah.
And a lot of people who are going to want to kill us.
Okay. The only thing that I can think of that we might want to bring is general tools. I don't know what this place is going to be like to you and I.
I can get the tools that Isaac and I used when we were trying to work on his halo and on the ship.
Might be worthwhile.
She walks back into the building, and a few minutes later she comes back out with this toolbox.
Okay. Unless there's anything specific you want to bring yourself, then I don't have anything that I need.
I have everything that I can think of.
Okay. How are we getting there?
He has a ship out by the water. He taught me how to use it.
Okay. And she kind of like shuffles back a bit and looks into the direction of the water.
Nightlight is going to fly off the perch and start heading directly over to where the ship is.
Okay. Shall we?
And this is going to
Shall we begin?
Time to walk.
Okay. They're walking.
They walking. I'm just kind of speed walking. She running.
Nyx is gonna speed walk with.
She's
gonna run in with her. And that is going to be the.
The fuck? I can't believe it's gonna be the fuck.
I accidentally closed my menu. That's going to be the end of our first scene. Super simple. I didn't really have anything strict planned. It was just like a casual RP scene.
They ate the fries.
Nice.
They're tasty.
Nice.
Tasty.
Okay. So, do you want to do truths for that scene, or no?
I don't think I would have anything. So I'm good without it.
Yeah, I figured. That's why I didn't ask, because there wasn't a whole lot to work with that one, because of what kind of scene it was.
Yeah.
Right. So, scene 2 may also be a little shorter. It's okay, we're getting there. So, you have made it to the ship. You've gotten your things inside, you're standing at the entrance, and now's your time to figure out where are we going? And when are we going? The time period. Those are the two main things that he told you about. So you're trying to go to a planet called... I think it's called Norix. I called it Norix. I always get the star system and the planet confused. The planet itself is called Norix. And with the time period, you're really not supposed to touch it. However, it's really finicky. So you need to be careful, because it is technically a broken ship. And that's where we will start.
I'm not supposed to touch it as in like it's already got the time set in there already.
So it's technically present day. Where you're supposed to go is present day. However, the system is really finicky.
Okay, so just are we leaving the system? Is it already set to present day?
It is default set to present day. Default, it is empty. When it's empty, that means it's present day and the location you're already in.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Is there anything I should know about this? Anything I can help with here?
Here, probably not. It took me 4 days to learn, and I'm still kind of barely grasping it.
I see. Okay. She's just gonna kind of walk around and examine everything very closely.
Just, once we get there, if you see big rocks coming our way, let me know.
Big rocks.
We're going into space.
Oh, I didn't know that's what this was gonna do.
It's a different planet. We are going to be dealing with aliens. She's going to...
I've just never seen anything like this before.
Yes, before. I'll say this was completely new to me also.
Okay.
She's going to start inputting the location and kind of like just trying to set things up as best as she can, but she's very clearly struggling.
Okay. Roll a normal roll.
Okay, D5. 2.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So... Okay. I might not be doing this correctly by your rules, because I'm trying to do them by your rules.
Don't do them by my rules, do them by yours. It's more fun that way.
Why?
My rules were really fucking weird.
Well, your rules were similar to 10 candles, so I was thinking of it as like 1, then... Wasn't it 1d6?
At one point, there was a 1d6.
Oh. I was supposed to have you roll a d6. I was supposed to have you roll 5 d6s for normal rolls. And 10 d6s for crits.
What?
I remember we kept getting that mixed up.
Wait, what?
Or, wait, no, 5d10s. Fuck, I'm confused. No, I was right the first time.
What?
Yeah, when we did 10 candles last time, you had me roll d6s.
Did I? I thought that was when you had the hope die.
Yeah. No, because normal 10 candles plays with a d6.
Oh yeah, it does.
Because I only remember it because we kept getting mixed up because we kept saying d5 instead of 5d6. And that's okay.
I guess I got permanently mixed up.
That's fine. Will you do 5d6 instead?
Okay.
Okay, you got 2 6s. I can't beat that. You were rolling to see whether or not the system was cooperating with you in importing the name of the star system, or the planet name. So, if you would like to narrate your scene, then you can. If not, then that's fine.
No, it's all good.
Okay. So you have successfully put in this name without any issues from the system.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Nyx is not touching anything, but she's kind of like waving her hand through the various holograms that are in there, and she's like, what are these? Is this magic? Honey, does he have magic?
No.
Oh, what are these?
They're holograms. They're like pictures, but not. They're like 3D pictures, I think. You can't really touch them. I mean, sometimes you can.
Am I a hologram?
No.
Wouldn't I technically be a 3D picture?
No, because you're a 3D object.
Well, then isn't that what a hologram is? It's just an object.
Well, no, the thing that makes the hologram is a 3D object, but then the hologram itself is more like just light. See, she puts her hand over one of the projector parts, and you see some of the hologram just start to flicker.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Right. She's gonna she's gonna start doing the same thing that Ina's was doing. I'm like, this is so weird. I've never seen anything like this before.
I think I know how Alzaix felt when I was this way. When I first entered the show.
Okay. As you're sort of messing around with that, or well, she's messing around with that, and you're trying to explain what it is, you hear a familiar voice come off from the distance. You can't make out what they're saying, but it definitely sounds like Alzaix.
Okay, as soon as she hears it, she starts like frantically looking around.
Did I touch something I wasn't supposed to? I'm sorry.
No, did you?
Did I what?
I thought I heard him somewhere.
I didn't hear anything. Are you sure?
Well, not now. She's gonna look back at the controls and like continue trying to set it up.
Okay. So, some of these buttons you're gonna see. You are, like I said, you're going to see the planet, which you've already inputted. You're going to see the time period. You are going to see a launch button. And you are going to see a couple different, like, random, obscure buttons that you probably have no idea what they do.
She's gonna like stare at the buttons that she doesn't know what they do for like a second. She's gonna be like, I should definitely ask what they do when he comes back.
Button.
Man! Do not touch the button!
No, it wasn't Nyx, it was Kate.
I know. Man, don't touch the button!
gonna kind of walk over to her and kind of stare out at the window that is currently facing her realm.
Lunch.
I need you to roll a crit for me, which is 10d6.
I have really, really shitty rolls.
No. You have succeeded. I can't beat you. So, what happens?
Okay. When Indus clicks the launch button, there is a slight moment of hesitation as everything kind of locks in. She looks towards Nyx, and then back at Nightlight, who is perched on one of the surfaces, just kind of staring at them. And as soon as she looks back, they are in space.
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 Okay. So now they're in space.
Space.
Do you see a planet next to you, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Space.
Now, I need you to roll a d20.
Okay. Fun. Love D20s, they always hate me. Okay, they're being nice to me today.
It's okay. This d20 is not based on low and high numbers. It's based on even and odds.
I'm really hoping
got
evens
even.
are good.
So both of these options were good.
Okay.
They're good in their own respective ways. So, you look out at this planet,
Space.
and it is very lush. At least the side of it that you can see is. It almost looks like what the rainforests of Earth might look like. Except instead of a green hue, sometimes it's more blue. And you can see lots of like purples and pinks. It's a very colorful planet. And if you were to look down at your radar, like your map, this planet's labeled as Norix. However, as it sort of turns, as you're turning around this planet, the other half of it is dead. It is gray. It is ash. And you can see lights, like city lights, coming from atop the dead parts of this planet.
Indus is going to kind of like stare at it, and you can hear like a slow, not slow, but like a low growl, kind of like coming from it. She doesn't usually growl, so it's an odd noise.
Yeah.
You've never heard a growl before. It's a fairly odd noise.
Mm. People are cruel, especially to their homelands.
My guess is that wherever they're keeping him is probably on the more grotesque side of the planet.
I guess that would make sense. Don't know why they would be holding him in the part that looks so lively. So, it looks like sunshine and rainbows over there. As you're sort of slowly circling around this planet, you see a ship start to emerge from behind some broken debris. And it looks a lot like Alsaix's ship, except instead of the silver, black, and teal that you're used to, instead it is silver, black, and orange. But it looks like a very similar model from the outside. And it is definitely approaching you.
Andis is going to kind of look at her mum and look back at the ship. I don't know if we can shoot things from in here. We would definitely break the window trying to use magic, which is not going to be good.
Then we should try to get out of here first.
Landing? Oh.
I don't know. I don't know how to use the ship.
Okay, landing it is. She starts, trying to steer the ship towards the planet while also trying to, brake. It's sad. Okay.
Yeah.
10d6. 40. Whoa, that's a big number.
Holy damn.
Holy damn.
Okay. So, I made you crit roll to avoiding the ship.
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay. So, with some difficulty...
My only request is that you don't land it. Because I do have a plan.
Okay. With some difficulty, Indus starts trying to steer the ship towards the ground. But she realizes last second that she didn't start braking early enough. So, quickly tries to steer the ship back up. Luckily, there is no damage, but this maneuver seems to have tricked the other ship into thinking they had landed. So when they return back to space, or the atmosphere, they return to the sky, the ship is no longer in view.
Okay. So, are you guys in the atmosphere, or are you still in space?
Let's say in the atmosphere.
Alright. You guys are now in the atmosphere. And while currently you are partially above the clouds, you can kind of see below you is the same ash and dirt that you saw when you were up in space. As you are sort of floating about, off in the distance, if you're still looking at the ship, you can kind of see it begin to take off again. But it doesn't look like it's begun to follow you. However, it is heading towards the city.
Indus kind of hesitates for a moment, and she's looking at the ground, looking at the controls, back to Nyx, back to... She's kind of just like frantically looking everywhere, trying to figure out what to do. As much as I really don't want to... them... The ships look eerily similar, and they may lead us to where he is.
You're suggesting following them?
If we stay above the clouds, maybe they won't see us.
I mean, maybe. But... you said they look similar?
The ships do. Yeah.
Let's just hope they don't have any friends then.
She like... She's very clearly not happy with her own decision as she like starts steering the ship to turn around and trying to follow the other one.
Okay. Alright. So... let's see.
Back off. I am the Overlord of Tales.
I'm gonna have you roll a crit again.
Two sixes.
Okay. So you have succeeded in this roll. How does it go?
Okay. As they follow this other ship, they stay above the clouds, and because they are so far behind and above the clouds, luckily they go unnoticed.
Alright. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you follow the ship, you get a lay of the land. You see lots of city. You see stereotypical floating cars. You see big neon lights. It's very flashy in this wasteland area of this planet.
I would love it there.
It seems like wherever the ship is going is very far from the lush green that you saw on the other half of the planet. But currently it just looks like a lot of city. And this is the only ship you've seen thus far.
Okay.
However, as you get closer and closer to the opposite edge, you begin to see walls. Every other city before this was not walled off. However, this city that you're coming up on is. It's got these giant, towering metal walls, and they are lined with red lights. And attached to that is another walled off part of the city. Except this one's a little different. It doesn't have the neon lights. It doesn't have the flying cars. Instead, this is exactly where that ship is heading.
Okay. Indus is going to try to speed up just so that she can catch up to the ship. Not super close, but close enough that even when they start to land, they'll still be able to see it.
Okay. So it seems to land on this, almost like what looks like a helicopter pad. It lands, and through what you can see from your distance in the clouds, it's really crowded there. There's a lot of people in that city and in that place that is connected to it. And there are multiple ships. There's an ocean that is connected to this place. There are spaceships and normal ships, I should say. And it looks busy. But you can't tell what any of these people look like. You're too far away.
Okay. She's going to she's not going to attempt to land yet. She's gonna look over to Nyx. I may not have thought this part through. If we land here, the ship looks different in color, and I don't know if he's recognizable here. Or the ship, or this could easily have been stolen, and I feel like I should have asked that. And if they find it before we get back, then we might not be able to get out with the ship. And we kind of need it.
Maybe we should fly a bit of ways away. And then land.
But what if we're too far away? What if we need to get out really quickly?
Well, if we get too close, then we'll get caught.
How far away do you think is far enough?
I mean, I wouldn't put it right outside of whatever that place is, but maybe closer to whatever. And she's gonna kind of point at the neon buildings. Maybe closer to something like that. Not in it, but like outside of it.
On the ground, or maybe on one of the roofs? Do any of the roofs look flat enough? Or would that be too out in the open?
The roofs look flat, but they're definitely not big enough.
Is there any flat land that they can see that would be big enough around that area?
Oh yeah, there's lots of flat land.
Okay.
But there's nothing to hide the ship behind. As you are kind of trying to think of a game plan, you hear a voice again. This time, it sounds like shouting. Off in the distance still. And it sells eggs. But it sounds like shouting.
Okay, she starts to look around frantically again. I definitely heard it this
As
time.
you're looking... You keep saying that. I'm confused. She's kind of has a very worried look on her face, and her wings are like super tight behind her, folded together. And she's very worried.
I keep hearing him.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm hearing him, I know I am. It's like he's in...
You hear him again.
It's like he's in another room. Or another building. No, not building, but definitely another room. It's like he's far away, but...
I mean, clearly he's not on the ship, right? I doubt it. I sincerely doubt it, but... I don't know what else...
Technically, but technically not.
What do you mean?
This is technically him. Sort of.
She's gonna kind of... She's gonna lean in a little to kind of, like, look at it a little closer. This is him?
Kind of. It's like it makes a copy of him, I think.
Like a clone?
Yes. We're going to get the real him.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, if that's the only thing... He doesn't have, like, any things that would emit some sort of sound. I guess I would be hearing it if that was the case. And again, you hear a shout. Sounds a little closer this time. And you can hear distant murmurs of other people this time. And for a second, everything falls silent. Before the ship and its screens begin to glow a bright blue.
She, like, quickly puts her hands up and starts, like, takes a step back.
Okay.
I didn't touch that.
Well, I mean, I know I was watching you. I didn't touch anything. Did Nightlight touch anything?
Nightlight, you can hear him just squawk in the background, like he's like, no!
Hello, Nightlight.
Fucking offended. Can't believe you offended him.
Okay. Okay, then how do we stop this? I wish I was more help here, but I don't know what any of this is.
I don't know what this is. Is there any text anywhere that she'll be able to recognize?
So, on the screen, you're going to see something that says opening wormhole. A countdown begins.
Wait!
10 seconds.
Wait! Is there any cancel button? Anything?
No. There is a cancel button. It's on the keyboard. You could try it if you want to. 10 seconds. It doesn't do anything. It makes a cancel noise every time you touch it.
I don't know why this is happening. I didn't touch anything.
As soon as it hits 3 seconds, Nyx is going to pull you away from the keyboard and wrap you in her wings as everything begins to glow a very bright blue. It is blinding. And before you know it, it is silent again. And I will tell you what you see in the next scene.
I can't believe Alzeic's opened a wormhole for us. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened.
No, because I'm assuming either the ship has an automatic thing where when it gets in a certain radius of the vicinity, it opens a wormhole to it, or they found the ship and purposefully brought them in. Because it's like, you sus, come here.
Nope.
No.
Neither. I told you something, maybe a week ago. That would be, it was either last week or when we roleplayed, and I can't remember which.
It might have been
But I
last
did
week,
tell you
'cause
something.
I remember most of the stuff you said yesterday.
I can retell you what that is now, or I can let you keep figuring it out.
Tell me.
She wouldn't know.
I like spoilers.
He's never told her. You remember when I told you that the ship was like a focus for the thing in his chest?
So he did it.
He didn't do it. You'll figure out why. Okay. So, you rolled even. Because you rolled a 14.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have you do truths for this one because you don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So, as things finally start to settle down, you can feel warmth radiating from the windows as a light shines in. You're on the ground. And Nyx finally begins to open her wings so that you can leave from her grasp and her protective mother instincts.
I am a knight.
When you finally are able to see, the warmth is coming from the screens that have gone from the blue to a sort of red. What text reads upon them is disconnected. You're not sure what that means. If you look outside, you see lush green, like I was describing before. You see tall trees, you see flowers, you see these odd, very odd plants. Plants that you've never seen before, scattered around this place, from what you can tell from looking out the windows. It's nighttime.
Good, because she'd be pretty fucked if it was day.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like I have to let you know. It's nighttime.
Man, that would really fucking suck if it was day. So just like as soon as she fucking steps into the light, it would just be like she instantly gets fucking poofed back to her room, and it's just like, oh shit, I just left Mum there. Oh no!
Mom!
Mom! Oh, okay. So she gets up and she looks to the screens. And then back to Nyx. I think I broke the ship.
But you didn't do anything.
I must have set it up wrong.
Well then, what do you think it did?
It took us to the
This
other
does not
side.
look like...
It took us to the other side of the planet, which means we have to waste time walking over there and then more time to try and get back while we're being chased, and now this is going to go terribly.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We at least know what everything looks like on the other side now, so we're not left wondering. We can make a plan based on that. As you guys are talking, you hear rustling come from the bushes, and like a few pairs of voices. You don't know what they're saying, but you can hear them.
She's going to look over at Nightlight, and he's going to kind of like, he's gonna fly through the window, because, you know, he can fly through whatever the fuck he wants. And she's gonna sit down and close her eyes so she can see through his vision of the surrounding area.
And so you're checking to see like what the area looks like and what the people look like, or?
Yeah. Basically to see like who these people are, if they look like they're in danger, or if it's just like, oh my god, something fell from the sky, or something appeared randomly, wonder what it is.
Okay, so Nightlight looks around, and what he sees is a woman. She has green hair and green tinted skin. Her legs bend in 4 places and have sprouted thorns from them. Plants seem to be sprouting from her spine. She doesn't notice that he's there, and she's kind of like tucked behind a bush. Let me get a photo for you.
Nice. Photo time. It's photo time. Dexty's photo. Oh my gosh, she's so fucking pretty.
She also, you can't really tell how tall she is because she's crouched over. Anyone else that she was with have disappeared by the time Nightlight went to go look. And he's also looking at the surroundings, right?
Yeah.
So, is he outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So, while he's looking around, he spots a clearing. You guys are like kind of in like this smaller clearing. It's big enough to fit the ship. It's surrounded by these tall trees, but off in the distance, Nightlight would be able to see a village. A very small village. And now I want you to roll a soft roll. 5d6.
5d6. I have failed.
You failed. Okay. I will narrate. So, as Nightlight is looking around, you can hear a gasp come from the direction of the girl as she sort of speaks some words that you can't really hear from the distance that you're at before scuttling off into the woods.
I just can't hear from Nightlight's perspective anyway.
Oh, okay.
She can only see.
Right. So then you would have just seen her make eye contact with this bird before scuttling off back into the forest.
Okay. So Undis opens her eyes, and Nightlight kind of just flies back in, perches back. She looks over at Vix. So it looks like there are plant people, and they seem like possibly civilians?
Well, that's better than coming into contact with whatever we saw before.
Maybe they will have transportation that we can use to get to the other side of the planet?
Maybe. I mean, do we know that this for sure doesn't work?
It says disconnected.
Okay.
I don't know where it's disconnected
Then
from.
yeah, maybe. Well then, yeah, maybe our best bet is seeing if they have anything. Do we know if they're aggressive?
Well, the one that I saw seemed to be scared of Nightlight, who is just an owl, so...
Okay. Maybe this should work then. We'll make do with what we have.
Okay.
Okay. Nyx is going to start walking towards the exit of the ship.
Undis is going to pick up the toolbox that they brought and head towards the exit as well, like right behind Mama. Mama Bird. While Nightlight kind of just hovers as he does.
Right. So, you guys begin exiting the ship then.
Goodbye, man.
you sneaking? Or are you just walking?
They're just kind of strolling.
Alright. I assume you're walking towards the village, or are you walking elsewhere?
We'll go towards the village.
Okay. So, you begin to start walking towards this village. It doesn't seem like very many people are out at the moment. Just the very few voices that you heard coming, you didn't hear it. Just the one person that you saw coming from the bushes and running back into the forest. As you get closer, these houses look like they are made of clay. The tops of these roofs are thatch. It is very...
Men.
It's not... No, it's not made of thatch.
Oh my god, I can't believe they had that thatch for fun. For resources.
Oh my god, no. It is not at all what you saw on the other side of the planet. It seemed like they don't even have electricity of any kind here. All of their things are very primitive. Any mechanisms that you see, they're very primitive. And you see that girl again peeking from behind. Oh my god. You see that girl again peeking from behind a building.
Nightlight is going to fly over to the girl and kind of like hover in her general front area.
Okay. So this girl, she kind of, as Nightlight slowly begins to come towards her, she backs away a bit, but she looks fairly curious. And now that she is sort of not cowering behind this building or a bush, you can see that she is really tall. At least for typical human height. She is about 6'6" feet.
Jesus! Fucking Avatar looking at this.
And she kind of tries to poke at this bird.
As soon as she makes contact, Nightlight explodes.
She flees. She runs away deeper into the village.
I just fucking face palms. As Nightlight flies back down to the side.
Oh my god.
Nightlight, no. We need their help. Why are you scaring them?
God damn. Okay. Well, that was eventful. I have a feeling these people are more afraid of us than we are of them.
For an alien planet who's able to create spaceships and flying vehicles and all of that on one side of the planet, I'm both surprised and also understanding why the other side of the planet is this way.
I guess.
At least they're not
It's
human.
confusing. Yeah, I guess for your sake, at least they're not human.
And this will start walking further towards the village.
Okay.
And then like this a fucking madman.
You walk further into this village, and you begin to see people emerging from these buildings, kind of curiously looking around, trying to see whatever it is they might be seeing. You can kind of hear distant voices. It has the tone of like gossip, like there's something happening, and people are whispering to themselves. Are you in the village?
They're walking into it.
Okay. Once you get closer, you can kind of get a better look at all of these people, and they look fairly similar to the girl that you saw before. They're all, a lot of them, if not all of them, green hair, green tinted skin, plants growing in various locations.
I feel like we stick out quite a fair bit.
Yeah, we do. I could go put like a flower on my head or something, do you think? And she kind of like leans down and picks a flower and puts it in her hair.
And this
She's
makes...
going to lean down and pick another and put it in your hair.
And this is gonna like try and make one of those flimsy looking fucking Twilight flowers again. It looks really shit. She's just gonna put it in the other side of it.
Okay. So as you walk further in, someone begins to approach you. This person appears to be shorter than the girl from before. It is a man. He has mushrooms sprouting from the top of his head and on his shoulder. And he has a spear in hand. Looks like it's made of wood. He's kind of very cautiously holding it. He's still a distance away, but he's like presented himself in a way where like don't get any closer, things like that. I'll send you a photo of what he looks like.
Oh god, I already know how this is gonna go.
Do you?
I know it's gonna go on my end. Hello, Mr. Flowerman. Fuck off. I keep trying to open Opera instead of just copying the link. Fuck off. I'm being dumb. Ooh, my dragon's going funky. That's why. Man, flower man.
Flower
man. Okay, so what I'm this? No, you know what? Nightlight is going to explode.
Oh my god.
and then come straight down from the sky again, but he's going to come from behind the man and kind of just perch on his head. This fucking bird.
Oh my god.
This fucking bird.
God damn.
Fucking bird.
Okay, so as soon as he perches on his head, he's gonna kind of like confusedly look around. He's gonna be like, "What? Huh?" And he's gonna look up and he's gonna fucking scream. And like very uncoordinately stab up at Nightlight out of fear.
No! Nightlight, as soon as the man screams, he's going to jump up and kind of fly backwards away from the man. But he's just gonna be staring down at him.
Okay. Nyx is she's very relaxed about this. She is very comfortable in her posture, watching this man screech in fear over a harmless twilight owl. She's just gonna kind of stand there and she's just watching.
Agnes is just stood there, just fucking face palming again, just like, oh my god. I feel like I should stop this, but at the same time, there's nothing we can do. Like, maybe Nightlight being playful will do something, I don't know. He won't die from getting stabbed. Maybe it's best if he handles the first initial contact.
He is now kind of like frantically holding the spear and like turning back and forth between Nightlight and you guys.
Whenever he looks in the direction of Nyx and Agnes, Nightlight is going to perch on the end of his spear.
He is going to sort of let him and scooch the spear so that the side that Nightlight's perched on is farther away from him than it was before. He's gonna look back at them and he's gonna be like, "What's your purpose?"
We're looking for a friend, and we kind of got stranded on the wrong side of the planet.
You're looking for a friend. And you are he's gonna kind of scooch a little farther. And you're on the wrong side of the planet.
Nightlight starts scooching.
I'm gonna hold it very far away. You know, I don't think you're gonna find your friend here.
Definitely not here, just on the other side of the planet.
So you're with... You're with the other people then?
No, I'm from another planet too. So this is my mom. This is my mother.
I'm just gonna she's gonna give a little wave, but she's not gonna say anything. You're from another planet. He's very heavily squinting at you right now.
I mean, have you seen anyone on this planet do this?
At this rate, he's going to kind of like wave his spear around to get the owl off of him and point it directly at her. And he's just gonna be like, is that some of that weird metal whatever that we keep saying? Is that what's doing that?
No, this is twilight. It's the light from stars. I'm essentially holding a star.
You can hold stars?
I can.
So just another thing to add to the list that you people can do. Hold stars.
Well, I'm not part of them, and also my mother can't do it. She can do other stuff, but not this. Moonlight is her. Anyway, you people is not. Okay, Tails, please. My friend is currently, being held captive on the other side of the planet.
Held captive?
We're trying to get him back.
I don't. Okay. Roll a soft roll.
Whoa. Hello, plant man. You better believe me, plant man. I will eat your toes. Fuck. Plant man! Plant man! Plant man, don't do this to me, plant man.
Okay. So, he, even further, is going to point his spear. He's going to start walking closer to you, and he's still pointing his spear. No, we've had people like you come here and just pretend everything is fine and you're doing other things. No. And right as he says that, a few other people with spears come out from behind, and you can hear the rustling come from the bushes as they've sort of closed off your entrance back out to the ship.
With all due respect, I doubt you've met two deities before.
Deo what?
I doubt you've met two aliens like us. Because I suppose we're aliens to you.
Uh-huh.
We're from a planet called Earth. We're not from this one.
Lady, I don't know what you're talking about.
She starts to take out. She holds up her finger and creates a little diagram of Earth. Starts just drawing it with Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna make a bad one than this. And then she's just gonna kind of pass it over. This is our planet.
She's gonna kind of slowly lean away.
This is our
That's
planet.
your planet.
Yes.
I don't. Okay.
It's not this one.
Well, yeah, you made that very clear. He's going to kind of gesture off into the distance. And he's going to kind of turn around, and his confused expression is now sort of really angry. We have literally never seen you here, and all of a sudden, a month ago, you appear.
A month ago?
Don't play dumb. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, listen, there are plenty of planets, probably hundreds of thousands of millions of, I don't know how many big of numbers of other aliens to this planet. Not to mention probably other residents that you are not aware of. What is genuinely the probability of us being associated with them with that large of a number of specimens available? It's very low. And I'm not a numbers person, but even I can tell. It's very surprising if you would have two of us showing up and claiming ignorance when we are saying that we're from a completely different planet. Plus, we have shown no sign of trying to attack you or be violent in any way. Even my companion.
Yeah, neither did they.
What did they do?
They showed up. We asked them what they were doing here. They feigned ignorance, and then the next day, they are burning down our forests. So don't play dumb with me.
Is that what happened to the other side of the planet?
What do you mean, the other side of the planet?
Oh. She takes out her finger again and makes a diagram of how the planet looks now, and again passes it over.
Are you showing me another planet this time?
No, that's this one.
It's not with this... what? They couldn't have done this in a month.
They're terrible people.
It's not possible. The planet is too big. We were over there yesterday, trying to negotiate. Only a quarter of it was gone.
They have a lot of powerful things and people at their disposal, my friend included. That's why we need to get him back.
For a moment, he's going to remain silent. And he is going to kind of wave over a guard that's sort of off in the distance and whisper into his ear. Come with me. And he's going to sort of wave both of you in his direction, and the people behind you will start moving closer until you start to move.
Okay. And this is going to follow. Nightlight is going to be just hovering above her.
Okay. Nyx is going to kind of whisper to Indus as they are walking. So how long has this been a problem?
What specifically?
Well, I mean, everything.
Well,
I didn't know we would be dealing with this.
He didn't exactly tell me about all of this. It's very rarely come up, and how long we've been dealing with this is technically 2 answers.
Well, then what are the answers then?
One of which is a handful of months. The other answer is quite a few hundred years. Which technically never happened. Anymore.
So this has been going on for quite a few months?
For me, quite a few months. For him, hundreds of years.
Okay. You come to a stop in front of a rather colorful building. It is purple, pink, green. Its roof is very curved upward. It almost looks like a tent, but clay. And the person that you were talking to kind of opens up a beaded curtain. The person that you were talking to opens up a beaded curtain and tells you to step inside.
Okay, they do so. Well, yeah.
Okay. So when you get inside, it is just as colorful as it is on the outside as it is on the inside, except the inside is lit by a fire. Like a small fireplace off in the corner of this home. And there is another person. She stands at 7'2".
Oh.
Her outfit looks similar to a ball gown, but it's not as poofed outwards. Instead, it's kind of more slim, bell-shaped. It covers her entire lower half of her body, and it's made of plant life. Her teeth are pointed, almost like that of a Venus flytrap. Again, her skin is tinted green, and her hair is also green. I will show you what she looks like.
Oh my god, I love her. She looks fucking pretty. Okay.
You are escorted in by the same guard that you were talking to before. The rest of them stay outside and block the entrance, but you can
Oh no. Okay.
Did I fucking crash?
Oh no.
I can see you moving.
Hi. I cannot see you moving. Yep, there you go.
Oh yeah, there it goes. VR chat is not responding.
Oh no.
Do you want me to finish my description?
We can do it again when you come back.
Okay. We're gonna have to reset up.
Yeah. That's why it's easier for us to just redo the description. Otherwise, because I'm gonna forget.
Okay.
I forgot to change my status. 10 candles. Yeah. Do you want me to make the instance?
If you want.
I'm already in here, so it's faster.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello more.
I hope you're ready.
I'm not.
And you'll be fine. I'm not being mean.
I thought
Yeah.
we were about to get shooed out of the fucking village. I'm surprised we managed to save it.
No. No,
No.
you're not being shooed out.
Whoa.
Not
yet.
Not ever. We'll see.
Beppis.
Beepus.
Peebus.
Nebus.
Anubis.
Anubis.
Whoa! Anubis. Anukis. The only reason I know the name Anukis is from Prince of Egypt. I see you.
No,
Oh my god, it's Nyx. It's Mom.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Meow. Mom.
Hi.
Mom.
I'm the captain now.
Mom. 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 I hate myself.
No.
I really need to change the animations for the tails that keep getting in my fucking face. They look so fucking pretty though. What the fuck?
And this.
And then this. Yeah! Did I say when I find or when I see Osix?
When you find.
Cool.
I guess it's the same thing.
Well, not really.
Well, if you find them, you're gonna see them.
Not necessarily. You could find out where they are, which is technically finding them, but then you're not actually there yet.
Fuck.
They have seen you smoke weed every day. I cannot
I
picture
can't.
it.
Yeah, I can't edit mine either. It's fine. You know what your brink is. I know what you put for mine.
Ultimate power. Besides, the brink probably won't even show up until part 2.
Yeah, probably.
Ultimate power. I can't believe I ate my candle.
Yeah.
Hannah.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard me say?
See, I remember less than what happened.
Okay, what's the last thing you remember?
Plant girl, look, ooh.
Yeah, okay, so you saw the plant girl. Yeah, she is 7 feet tall, with Venus flytrap mouth. Her dress is made of plants, and she looks like she's in a ball gown. Of sorts. And then I posted a photo of her.
Yeah, got it on screen.
Okay. So,
Cheap.
do you guys go in?
Yes.
Okay. When you go in, that guy follows behind you, and everyone else that was sort of keeping watch over you stays in front of the doorway. And this guy, he walks in, and he steps in front of both of you, and he gets on one knee, and he says, Lady Umel, we have visitors. And he stays there until she turns to sort of face you all properly. He is essentially bowing. Kuma?
Kuma,
okay.
baby!
Yeah, you're okay.
Kuma?
And she just kind of stands there with her arms placed over her stomach.
Name sounds pretty similar. I realized I was muted.
Oh.
I said,
I
wow,
was
that
wondering why you were
sounds
talking.
kind of familiar. So, wow, that sounds kind of familiar. So, that's how I understand.
But... What?
Hands, stomach.
Oh. I see. Yeah.
Okay. Indus is gonna just kind of like take a step forward. She's not bowing, she's not doing any of that shit. She's like,
Just a little wave. Just this.
she goes to wave, but then she's like, that is not what I. Wait, no, wait, I probably shouldn't do that.
She kind of squints at Ines for a second. Before returning her gaze back to the guard on the floor. He perks his head up and he's just like, they say they come from another planet. And she turns back to you guys and she's like, state your business.
My friend is held captive on the other side of the planet. And we were supposed to land there, but then stuff happened to our ship and we ended up here.
With your what?
With our ship, it's in the forest. It's what brought us here from the other planet.
She's kind of like looking you both over at the moment. And she is, sort of circling around you both, essentially looking at what you have. And Nyx is just kind of standing there, but she's she's close to Indus. And the wing that is closest to her is kind of like propped out just a tiny bit in her direction.
Man, I can't believe Nyx is gonna bitch slap a woman.
It's more like she is about to pull Indus away if things get bad.
I know, but I really like the image of just Nyx just bitch slapping
Just bitch slaps her.
She gets a little bit too close to Indus.
Mm-hmm.
Indus kind of... She's wrapped up in her tails, and she's like, oh, okay, she's looking at... Okay, well, I should probably... She tries to, like, force her tails back to their neutral position, but they're very clearly still trying to wrap around her. Just more towards her legs at this point. Just kind of awkward looking with a dress.
She comes back around and she's just like, sorry, my cat is so fucking loud.
Leg! Are you in full body?
No? What the fuck? Did I accidentally turn on one of my legs? I did.
That's a heckin'...
Turn off.
That's a heckin' pose.
Yeah, I'm flexible.
Crossing a leg over the other now. Cross a leg over the table.
Yeah. This woman, she kind of stops, and she specifically stops in front of you. And she kind of looks you over and it's like, what do you have on your head?
It's from my friend. It's his.
Your friend?
The one we're trying to bring back.
Bring back from where?
The other side of the planet.
The other side of the planet. Why are they on the other side of the planet?
Because he has... Actually, wait. I need to ask a question. Has she...
What's up?
Did he tell her, like, the reason why he's captive? I can't remember if we discussed that.
Yes, in a really long time ago, an old session, he talked about how he fled. He fled his home. That's essentially what he said. That's a summary.
Okay, so
he did something to cause his capture. He didn't go into detail, but he did tell her, like, I tried to go. I did something to upset them.
Okay. Okay. Kingslayer, pull out a gun and shoot her. No! Not yet. Later. Not her, though. Okay. So... Okay, I'm just going to kind of, like, hesitate for a sec. He's... he was one of them at one point, but he did something, and they didn't like it. So he ran away, but, well, they didn't like that either.
Yeah, they don't like a lot of things.
Well, they won't like us when we leave. I'm concerned with that.
I'm pretty sure they just don't like anyone.
Well, I'm not exactly fond of them either, so... And I'm going to assume you're not either from outside when the hostility when you thought we were one of them.
Still skeptical. But yes.
Well, one thing which definitely makes us different is that they have a lot of knowledge on technology, and it took me 4 days to learn how to get the ship from one planet to another, which my friend knows how to do in like 5 minutes.
Well, tech, that's what they call it. The weird stuff with all the lightning in it.
Electricity, yes. Technology, I'm not.
Electricity.
Yes, I'm not the best with it. I'm more magic-based.
Magic. She's going to kind of lay off a bit. She's going to take a few steps back and not be in her personal bubble anymore.
Yeah! One day I'll be able to do that without hitting myself in the face.
Don't hurt yourself.
I don't, I just...
She kind of... Still. She kind of looks in the direction of the guards and shoos them away, except for the one on the ground that is still knelt down, bowing to her. Her features have softened now. She's no longer, like, squinting or upset. I can clearly tell that you're not them. Both of your appearances are enough to tell that. But that thing on your face and head does worry me.
The thing on my head, it essentially made a copy of him so he could be away from his real body, which they've had this whole time, which is how he ran away. But it's kind of broken. But so he can't be outside of himself. Wearing it keeps him close until we find him.
She's just kind of... She's very clearly puzzled by like half of the things that you said. Well... If I knew of a way to help you, I would. And I apologize for the hostility that we may have caused. What do you know about those people, if anything at all?
Not much. I know him, but I doubt he's that similar to them.
Hmm. Okay. So she kind of like... She's thinking at the moment. Her eyes are closed. But when she opens them, for a second she looks over to the guard on the floor. And she essentially tells him to leave. And pulls aside a few chairs for Nyx and Indus to sit in, if they wish.
Okay. Indus is going to sit down, and Nightlight is going to kind of perch on the side of the chair, like peering over her shoulder.
Okay. Right. So she pulls a chair for herself. And it's kind of like in front of the fireplace. And she begins to speak. Well, they only came about a month ago and have already wiped out about a quarter of our civilizations. What do you mean, half?
Half of the planet is not like this.
But we checked it yesterday.
When we flew in, it didn't look good on half of the planet. Everything is dead on the other half.
But what? She now sports a slightly defeated and puzzled expression. We were trying to work out negotiations with them today. To say they have wiped out half the planet before we even began to speak is a little concerning.
Indus looks over to Nyx.
Nyx is...
Mother, I know you're far more powerful than me. Do you think that after we get Alzaix, we can try to help?
Perhaps. Although we won't be able to do it alone.
We'll have a time traveler and two gods. I'd say that's far from alone.
Restoring... I assume you mean restoring the planet.
I mean, stopping the ones who are destroying it.
Ah. Well then, that's a different story. We should be fine. Umel, the woman's name, kind of is, like, bewildered by whatever you guys are talking about. And she kind of, like, she shakes her head for a second and she, like... What? You're going to... what?
So Indus looks back at the woman and she kind of slides off the, like, Kronos's mask and lifts hers up only a little bit so that she can see her face before, like, quickly plopping it back down. Where we are from, there are powerful beings who sort of control aspects of life, and
I'm still listening.
and we are two of them. So we're kind of thinking that after we get our friend back, we can try to stop the people on the other side of the planet. One, you know, so our friend, my friend doesn't have to keep running from them. And also because what they've done to the planet is despicable.
Well, yes, I know. Even what they have just started, which I am still finding it hard to believe. Half that quickly. While I don't condone the violence, you are your own people. And even having them off the planet would be gratitude from our people.
If there's a way to stop them non-violently, maybe if we take out a power source or something, if we find something that's really important, then that might deter them enough. Or at least slow them down.
Nyx is going to kind of tap Indus on the shoulder and kind of lean in, and she's like, you know, cutting out their power supply might be a good idea. Now that you mention it.
It might actually be easier than trying to go the violent route also. There seem to be a lot of people over there. Deities can only do so much.
A lot of people. Like, how many did you see?
A lot. A lot more than we've seen here.
Well... They aren't quick then. Right. Well, if there's any way that we would be able to repay you for doing such things, then we gladly would help. Where it's needed.
Right now, the only thing we need is to get there. And one, we don't know the layout of this planet, and two, I'm almost certain it would take far too long to reach there on foot, and I cannot touch sunlight. We need to get there far, far earlier than dawn.
Okay. Then I will leave you be, if you must go.
Do you know of any way to get there faster?
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you know anyone who knows the way to get there quickly? At least? I'll have a map.
No, I keep seeing those ships flying overhead. Well, that's about it. And I don't see them very often.
She looks over to Nix. Well, at least both of us can fly. We might just have to stay above the forest so we can see where we're going.
We could try the ship one more last time. One last time. I'm having a stroke.
James nods out a stroke.
Yeah.
Man. We can try the ship, but I guess it's better than nothing.
Not harming it. Nyx comes to a stand, and Umel does the same.
And this is going
Nyx
to...
also kind of offers a hand to Indus.
And this is gonna go to like grab him, but then Nightlight is going to jump onto Nyx's hand and just kind of sit there.
Oh my god.
He's a mama's boy, and Indus ain't his mama.
God.
So Indus will just kind of laugh a little bit and then like just stand up on her own. It's like, okay, I see.
Oh boy.
Well, technically Nightlight is her, so Nyx is technically Nightlight's mom too. Our mom!
Our mom.
Our mom! I'm turning my fan on. It's so fucking hot. Blessed because I'm going to war against Neon, or I'm training to go to war against Neon? Who's Neon?
So, with this bird now on her hand, she's going to give her other hand to Indus.
Well, she already stood up now.
Okay. With the guards gone, Nyx will begin to walk out. And Umel is going to give a wave to them, whether or not they see that is whatever. And the people of the town kind of look very shocked as you both exit the tent. Like, they are onlookers, and you have an audience, essentially.
I'm kidding. Believe in the religion of Indus. No, I'm kidding. Yep, can't believe it. They're new gods. So Indus kind of follows Nyx Nightlight is being the mama's boy.
Okay.
And Ida starts kind of walking in the direction of the ship.
Okay. You have quite a few onlookers, but they don't seem to, like, follow you. They just kind of peek. And as you get closer to the ship, you see a girl knelt down at its entrance, sort of like examining it. She's kind of tracing her finger along like where things are welded together. She has... I grab a photo. She has green hair, and she looks the most human out of all of them that you've seen so far. Like, she's very clearly not human. She still has plants growing from her, but she looks very human, as opposed to the rest of them.
Oh my god, I can't believe his heart breaks. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe this half breaks. I was muted when I said that. So, Nightlight is going to explode again.
Oh my god.
Leaving his little trail of sprinkles in Nix's hand.
Do a soft roll.
Can't believe Sprinkle Boy.
Sprinkle boy.
Sprinkle Boy.
Alright, so there's no way that I could possibly beat that, so I was narrating to see whether or not she would see you and freak out and run away, or if she wouldn't. It's up to you. However you want to play it out.
Okay.
You succeeded.
So, they are far enough away that Nightlight's little explosion is not heard. And as he reappears and flies down behind this girl, she still has her back faced towards Nyx and Indus, as well as Nightlight, so she doesn't yet know they are there.
Okay. Alright. Nyx is gonna just kind of raise a brow and look at you, and look back at the girl, and look at Nightlight, and back at the girl.
Nightlight is going to kind of just plant himself on the ground right behind the girl, staring up at her as she's tracing along the lines.
Okay. This girl seems very lost in tracing the lines of this welding, and she's going to finally stop and come to a stand. And without knowing that anyone is behind her, she's going to take a step backwards.
Oh no!
Into Nightlight.
He explodes. Again. Listen, if he's ever about to get hurt, he explodes. That's his defense mechanism. Yeah, so he leaves a little trail of stardust on her foot. But there is no pain. It is just it's a painless process. He just exploded.
Yeah. Alright. So, this girl upon hearing this tiny explosion, she whips around and meets face to face with Indus and Nyx, and she's kind of like, oh shit, oh fuck, and has currently her back pressed up against the metal of the ship and is very slowly inching her way to a spot to run away from. And she's just kind of like, I'm sorry, I just want to look. I'm sorry, I'll go. And oddly enough, as opposed to the way that the others were speaking, because they all had a very distinct foreign accent, as opposed to what you might be used to. Like, it doesn't sound like anything that you've ever heard of before. She sounds like she speaks, like, perfect English.
Ooh. Fucking half-breed. Okay. As she's kind of scooching away, Indus kind of like gives like a little wave, like it's kind of like, it's really awkward. It's like, hi? It's like, we're fine, you're fine. As long as we're fine with each other, everything's okay. Like, and at the same time, Nightlight flies back down from the sky and kind of he's just floating, kind of blocking this girl's path from where she was going to try and run.
Okay. She begins scooting in the other direction upon seeing the bird, and she's like, hi, I'll go. It's okay. I'll go. I'll go back. Don't worry about me. And she tries to sprint off.
I mean,
do you want to stop her or no?
Yes. Well, okay, so is there any gap at all before she starts running between when she's talking and when she runs?
Yes. She is. No, she's hesitating.
Okay.
You have an opportunity.
Okay, so Indus, she's gonna kind of stay where she is, but like hold her hands up in kind of like a come.
Yeah. Like, stop it, we're okay. Kind of like, stop freaking out.
Stop.
Stop.
I mean, okay, she's gonna like watch. She's gonna like kind of like usher Nightlight back over because obviously freaking her out. And he flies over, perches on her shoulder. You don't have to leave as long as you're not gonna pull a spear or some kind of other weapon on us.
She just kind of... Actually, I'm gonna have you do a soft roll.
Whoa, roly-poly. I hate myself.
Failure. Yeah, okay. Okay. You get to narrate your own failure.
Okay. So what did I fail to do? Did I fail to convince her to stay?
You failed to stop her.
Okay. So, as soon as this girl sees Nightlight has moved away, and Indus and Nyx are not making any attempt to move forward, in the midst of Indus's pause between, trying to soothe her, she sprints, she bolts away from the ship. into the forest.
Okay. Well, that went smooth. We're not very good at this.
I only have one friend for a reason.
Listen, I didn't just say you, I said we. So, into the ship? Okay. Nyx begins to walk into the ship.
Angus kind of looks in the direction of where the girl ran. And Nightlight actually starts fucking flying, zipping over in that direction.
Oh my god.
Angus just kind of like watches him. She's like, wait, no, I did. Okay. And she kind of walks into the ship and like plops herself down and closes her eyes to see what the fuck Nightlight is doing.
I assume he's just gonna follow her into the village, because that's where she went.
That's what she. Okay. Well, as soon as the girl stops, Nightlight is going to kind of fly in front of her face and coo at her.
Okay. Well, as soon as she's figured out that this bird has followed her, she's going to find the nearest house and shut herself in it.
He is going to go straight through the door.
She's gonna try to smack him.
He's gonna explode, but then just kind of reappear again.
This girl looks incredibly irritated with this bird right now. And she takes the blue robe that is on her and pulls the hood up over her head and pulls the drawstrings. The strings that keep the thing together so that she can't see this bird.
He flies a little closer and he shoves just his face through the fabric. And he coos again.
She's gonna groan in discontent, undo the hood, and start walking outside defeated.
She's... Nightlight is going to try to like perch on her shoulder and kind of just look up at her face and coo.
She ignores him.
He starts nuzzling into her neck.
She ignores him.
He butts his head into her neck, ferociously nuzzling into it.
She tries to swat him away again.
He explodes and reappears only to continue with his ferocious nuzzling.
He's just gonna keep ignoring him.
No! He's going to climb up onto her face so that all she can see is stars.
Oh my god.
This bird is being a fucking nuisance.
Yep. And she's going to stop dead in her tracks, swat the bird away, and run again.
He's going to explode directly in her face, meaning she now has a face full of stardust.
Okay.
he is going to continue following her, but this is where Indus is going to open her eyes and just be like, okay, well, he's off doing that. We have better things to worry about.
Alright. Okay. So, Nyx is kind of sad. Well, not sad, but she's standing in front of the buttons that Indus was touching earlier. It's still red, but it doesn't say disconnected anymore.
Okay. Indus is going to get up and walk over to the controls, and she's going to attempt to start it back up.
Okay. So, it begins to start back up.
Okay. She looks out the window.
What are you trying to do?
She's going to try and make it lift up just for regular flight, not for any travel aside from just around the planet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to try to make it... You're just going to try to make it lift up? You're not going to, like, move it?
No, she's just trying to see if it will actually lift up properly first.
Oh yeah, it'll start to lift up.
Okay. She's going to look, like, out the window in the direction that Nightlight went in, and she's like, yeah, we're on the same planet. He'll be fine. He'll come find me when he's finished.
Yeah, that bird is, definitely something.
Sometimes I do wonder how he is part of me.
Well, that's the thing. You probably took all of the energy. All of that energy is just his now. You're not getting it back.
Are you saying that I don't have energy, Mother?
That's not what I'm saying, but you're much calmer than Nightlight is.
Yes, I don't particularly enjoy the thought of... I'm not going to say that. That's a very bad way to word what I was about to say.
I don't even want to imagine what you're about to say.
Anyway, she kind of lifts the ship up further so she can try and see if there is any sign whatsoever of which direction to go in to get to the other side of the planet.
It all looks like forest.
She's going to go further up. Just gonna keep going up until she can find something that will tell her which direction to go in.
So, you did find something. However, what you found was that there is about half the size of what you saw that was excavated and turned to ash. It's gone down to a quarter size. And you've been going around the planet for a couple minutes now. The ship is fairly fast. But this is all you've seen.
Mother?
Yes?
I believe we went back in time when the ship did the thing. And now I feel sort of obligated to return to the town and to tell them, oops, we made an error.
mean, we can, if you want to. We can go back.
I mean, we have more time now. And I have a feeling once we get Alzeix, we're not going to have time later.
No, I can't imagine we will.
No.
It's usually how things like that play out.
She tries to turn the ship back to, like, go return to where they were in the town, by the village.
You can... Yeah, you can return.
Okay. Once the ship lands, she literally sprints out. Like, she wants to get this done. She's like, I want to save my boy. We are not wasting more time than we need to. Sprint back to town. To the village. Not town, I keep saying town.
Okay, so you sprint back into the village. Nyx tries her best to follow after you, but she's kind of lagging behind. The people are kind of like surprised that you're back, and let alone sprinting through their town, and they're like, the gossip is starting again, and they're like, oh my god, what are they doing now? Where are you sprinting to?
I'm gonna sprint back to the tent where we were talking to that woman.
Okay. You go back to Umel. And she's kind of shocked that you've just basically ran into her home. She's kind of like, whoa, are you okay? What's happening?
Okay. I ran because I really want to get back to what we were doing so I find a friend. But, so the ship that we use and my friend, we time travel sometimes, and this is my first time flying the ship. I think I did something wrong. We're actually further back in time than we were when we arrived, so a quarter of the planet is fine. It's not half, it's a quarter.
Okay. Oh, that's a relief.
Okay, bye! She, like, just turns around and instantly sprints back out.
Okay. Just as Nyx is about to make it to her, she sees her run back out, and she's like... and just gets the wings and starts flying after her because it's faster.
Question, where is this girl? At nightlight. Are they anywhere nearby?
Yeah, I imagine they're pretty nearby. They're probably... You probably are about to sprint past her, so...
Okay. Well, once Ines sees Nightlight, she skids to a stop and looks over to him and kind of just ushers him back. But he's being an annoying fuck and he wants to stay where he is, which is sat on top of this girl's head.
She turns her head as you guys are running, and she just looks so displeased.
Ines walks up to her and kind of just like reaches up to grab the bird.
Subconsciously, this girl's like leaning down. She's like, what are you doing?
Ines just grabs Nightlight, just like slowly pulls him off her head, and she's like, I'm so sorry for him.
Thank you.
It's her, it's fine. She like tosses him up in the air so we can fly again. And then instantly starts sprinting back to the ship.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So, you guys are sprinting, you're booking it, Nyx is flying after you because you're so goddamn fast. You're getting to the ship. What do you do when you're in the ship?
So, once we're all settled back in the ship and everything's rearing to go again, Indus lifts back up and she starts trying to direct the ship back in the direction of the quarter, which is flat.
Okay. You manage to go to the quarter.
Once we get there, she starts looking around for flat land to land that is at least somewhat out of the way.
Yeah, there's plenty of flat land, and there are even some spare trees that have been left behind that you could probably tuck the ship behind and at least provide some sort of cover.
Okay. So she's going to do her best to try and land in an area where it can get some cover.
Okay. You should be able to do that just fine.
Nice. So, Indus is going to get out of the ship once it's, landed. And kind of start going in the direction where she saw most of the buildings.
There's no more buildings there.
Oh, it's just flat land.
It is walls and unfinished. Like, it looks like it's in progress of being built.
Actually, she might stay on the ship at first.
Okay.
And look over at Nyx. So, I don't know where to go from here.
Have you tried... You said we went back in time?
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried just going forward with this thing?
I would, but it's tiny, whiny, wibbly wobbly stuff.
Well, if we can't get out of the past, then we can't go get him.
I know. She's gonna walk over to the section where it's like the time period you can put in.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna like try and carefully maneuver it, like she's going snail pace and trying to maneuver this thing.
Alright. Yeah. Alright. Roll a crit. Roll a, 96.
Fuck.
Okay.
Dick with 9 died.
Alright. Yeah, I was saying that too when you did yours. So, as you are trying to maneuver the ship and type what you think the correct time period is. Nightlight hasn't come. Oh, no, you did snatch him. Okay. Nightlight becomes interested in the holograms.
The fucking bird.
And he becomes so interested, in fact, that he tries to touch them. However, unexpectedly, because of the... well, you would expect them to be solid if you don't know what they are at first. Unless Nightlight does know what they are at first.
Well, Nightlight's been on the ship quite a number of times, but he's a bird. He's probably just gonna play with it anyway.
Listen, a bird likes shiny things, and that hologram looking pretty shiny. Now, for a second, the ship freezes up, and the holograms begin to spaz, and unexpectedly, he explodes again. And the sound becomes a distraction as you're carefully trying to move this thing, and so does the particles from the twilight. And you accidentally slip with what you're typing, and you end up with the ship having that bright blue light again as it begins to start up. And yet again, you hear a shout.
Fucking idiot!
You hear a shout from X. This time it sounds pained.
Oh no! Oh no! Azekis! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you.
Okay. Now, okay, I'm gonna pause here. Because tomorrow we'll have more time to do the rest of them. So remember that we're on 3 burnt candles. I'll probably type it in the chat. But I'm gonna leave that cliffhanger.
That makes me feel better about Heavenly Rescue now because we also finished on 3 candles on the first part.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. It's like 5 in the morning.
Good night.
I go to bed. I'm very excited to do this tomorrow, though.
I'm excited too.
I have so much planned.
I want to get
so
the
much planned.
boy. I'm so curious. What was he shouting? The 3 times that he shouted.
It was just screaming. Like, the first few ones were angry screaming. They were shouting. It might have been like cursing. But the one that he just did was just a pain scream.
Aww. What was he shouting at the first few times? What was he shouting at the first few times? Her?
I can't tell you.
No! Is she just experiencing what he's doing? Like what he's going through? Does she just have like a connection to that now? And she's like hearing remnants of his actual being?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, baby! He's in pain!
I can tell you that he's not shouting at her.
I'm assuming he's
I think he
shouting.
would have made it much more obvious if he was. So.
I kind of, when you said there were other voices, I was like, oh god, it must be like, it's probably like what he's actually going through when he's shouting at people, like in his general vicinity. Like where he actually is. Oh baby,
See.
I know him.
Okay, but I am gonna go to bed because I'm really tired. And I want to be ready for tomorrow. Yeah, No. Yeah.
Yes! Squeeze!
Okay, I'll go bed for real this time. Good night.
Good night. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Wee. Time to die. She is dead. Okay. And I'm going to try and throw all my shit back to normal. Because the music's wrong now. Dun, dun, dun. Let me get rid of that. Let me switch the music. Here we go. Okie dokie. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This was part 1 of Life in the Void Infiltration. We are on our way to rescuing Alzaix, from his captors. Woo! If you like what I do and you want to keep up to date with all the stuff that I do, whether that's streaming, roleplay, voice acting, art, whatever the hell I feel like, you can head over to my Discord server, which is currently on screen. You can also do !Discord in the chat to get a link straight there. Some of my other socials are currently on screen as well. I know Sword is a bit, vague in terms of YouTube standards, so if you want to get a link over to my YouTube channel where I post some videos that I don't usually, that I can't stream, basically, as well as my VODs, you can use the command !YouTube in the chat as well, to get a link straight there. It's Sword606 in actuality, not just Sword by itself, but as always, we are sponsored by Dubby. If you want to get yourself an order of some sugar-free energy drinks, really clean, really awesome, then head over to w.gg and you can use my promo code XX, which is currently on screen. You can also use !W in the chat, or you can click the banner beneath my channel to get sent straight there. And every time you order, I get a little bit of a commission, you get a discount, and they get, they get to ship out some cool products. I think everyone wins in that case. I hope you join me again tomorrow for part 2 of Infiltration. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love them. I love Chronoid. They're so fucking cute. But yeah. Also, I do accept donations. I'm currently saving up for some USB to USB-C cables for my full body tracking for VR, because the converters that I have are about to die and I really need to use my Trackstrap Plus to keep my trackers alive when I'm doing longer RP sessions. So yeah, I think that's gonna be everything. So stay sharp, size your problems, and I'll see you in the next stream, which will be tomorrow, from the Silent Swordswoman. Bye bye!